Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. Thanks so much for being here today. I hope that you're doing great. I hope that you're feeling strong. I hope that you're feeling unique and wonderful and precious. I think as we get older, we don't have people telling us that enough because we're living by ourselves a lot, or we're just in situations where, we forget to remind ourselves just how incredibly unique we are, how we all are. And so I want to talk to you today, though, about things that you may not be seeing, that are not visible to you, that are your strengths, that are things that you have to offer the world. And I guess you could call them intangible assets. They're things that are not visible to the naked eye, but there are things that make you really, really special and unique and precious. So Hilary Henderson's one of our bloggers. She wrote this article on how to find these intangible assets and how to put them in the right place to invest them. They're not like things that we can see and we can sell and transact with, but they are things that are really valuable, and we have them. We all have them. So what is a tangible asset? Well, a tangible asset is something like your home or your car or something that has a value to someone else. Perhaps you could sell it or you could trade it or do something with it. It's something that is an investment, all these things that you can see, things that maybe we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to achieve as we were younger. The things that we told ourselves were really important. Those kinds of tangible assets are the things that are going to make us real, important, unique. But really what the truth is, and I think we've all come to realize this, is that those tangible things don't have the same power that we invested in them, that they are things that come and go. They can be lost and as quickly as they're gained, and they're important, and they're things that make a difference to the comfort of our lives and how we're living in the world, but they don't really define us. But the intangible objects, the intangible assets do. So Hilary was saying that this article of hers was inspired by a book called The 100-Year Life by Grattan and Scott. And it's this book about, I haven't read the book myself, but it's about these 7 intangible assets that can be transformed into things of great value and actually have a relationship to longevity and health and happiness in our lives. So that it's called The 100-Year Book. And it's just assets that you can't hold or touch or feel, and you can't put a value on them. There's no value to these assets. You just have to know that they're important. I'm going to go through what those 7 are. By the way, this is the whole point of this longevity conversation, is that if you can treasure and cultivate and appreciate and value these intangible assets, that is the secret really to a happy, longer life. What are your intangible assets? Okay, first one is skills and knowledge. You didn't get through this far in your life, this 60 plus 70, 80 years of your life, not gathering skills and knowledge. You may not think that you have gained that much. You may not think that it's like, it was just like a small thing, like I learned how to do this or that, but it's unique. It's you. It's what makes you special. I just actually recently went on to LinkedIn, and I hardly ever go there. It's a corporate kind of site, but maybe you should go back there if you've got a LinkedIn and look at some of the things that your colleagues at work or your people that you are connected to are doing now with their lives. And you'll think, wow, I remember when I did that with that person, or we did that project together, or we did this thing that really had a great outcome. And it was just quite enlightening for me to stop and think about the knowledge and skills that I have developed over the years through the jobs that I've done and the work that I've had the pleasure of doing and study the things I've studied, that I do have skills. And the idea, of course, is to not just enjoy them and know that you've got them, that you have an ability to do something, but you actually keep building on it, that you become a lifelong learner, and that lifelong learning becomes the thing that gives your life depth and meaning. Having my cup of tea this morning. I've got my English breakfast, which is always my go-to tea. But I just suddenly thought I need a sip of tea. My big mug. But anyway, that's one of my skills, is making cups of tea. I can do that. I'm very good at tea. So keep in touch with new trends in the workplace, new trends in the world, but also recognize that you've got skills and knowledge to share. That is an intangible asset. You can't see it, but it's there. Second thing is your health. And this isn't just physical health. This is mental health and physical health. And it's an asset. It's an asset that you can grow older on. I mean, this is the foundation really of longevity, is to take care of your physical health, do all the things that are going to keep you safe. And those are the things that are intangible, but they're real. And as I said, it's not just the physical. Yes, do some exercise, get out and walk. I mean, I'm not a big cardio gym person, but I do walk a lot, like 10,000 plus steps a day. And I make a point to do it and I make a point to breathe deeply and to walk at a pace and enjoy that physical activity, but also mental as well. Make sure that you're just not beating yourself up all the time for things that, you can't control, or things that are happening in the world that are outside your responsibility, or just your control. You can't change it. And I know that right now we're all in the middle of another year of stuff that's really agitating our mental state. But the asset is a strong mind, having confidence, having a sense that you can manage, that you can get through this, that you're going to be okay, and having that physical and mental strength. That is an intangible asset. And just keep learning. Like as I mentioned with the knowledge about knowledge and skills, your health is actually a moving phenomenon too. There's so many wonderful supplements and foods and things that are being discovered. The connection between certain foods and good health, or between certain practices, meditation or mindfulness or ritual or spirituality, how those things can help strengthen your, not just the joint muscles, but the joint muscles, all the things that hold you together, all the things that make you who you are. So that's another intangible asset. Fitness is an intangible asset. And of course, this is one that I'm so conscious of this as I walk around every day, and I feel like I'm not walking as straight as I used to, that I'm walking slower. My fingers are starting to curve. I've got these weird things going on with my body. I was actually just looking at my hands today. They're like not young hands anymore, right? But it doesn't matter. Do something every day to stretch those muscles and dance. Go learn tango, do something online. You can do so many things online. I was watching on Airbnb, they have these online experiences. I have no affiliation at all with Airbnb, except I use it when I was traveling. But they have these online things where you can learn how to dance remotely. You could just join a couple in Buenos Aires who are tango teachers, and they'll teach you how to dance. And who's looking? No one cares. Everyone is just too busy keeping themselves safe and sound right now. So mental fitness, physical fitness, all good things. Food, health, all those are intangible assets. That's what goes into your body. Another intangible asset. This may sound like a bit of a strange one, but it's true. It's your social network. Now, some people I know don't belong to Facebook. They don't like Facebook or Twitter, some of those channels. I personally love them because I use them in a way that doesn't hurt me. I don't compare. I don't judge. I just enjoy. I enjoy knowing what my friends are up to, and it's important because those kinds of connections are what keeps us young and healthy and well. That kind of openness to connection is a intangible asset. I was just looking at the TED talk was about, they did this survey with 600 men, I think, where they found that the most valuable thing for longevity, the indicator of longevity, was connections, friendships. Social connections and loneliness disconnection and loneliness can lead to an early death. It's just the way it is. Our bodies are tuned to be strong when they are connected to other human beings. And that's why this pandemic and the whole virus has such a damaging effect on us. But on the other hand, can you imagine a time in history where every single person on the planet is thinking about one thing? I mean, other than their own economic situation or their own, country's problems or whatever. But it's just that we all have we've come together in a funny way. It's kind of not quite an alien invasion, but it's kind of like, the virus invasion, which is now focused our minds on one thing, which is a strength. That connection is good too. We can share. Next thing that's a intangible asset is your family. Your family relationships. They know you, they understand you, they may annoy you, you may even not have a family anymore or whatever, but if you can connect with people that are like family, that know you at a deeper level, that is an intangible asset that makes you strong. It makes you strong and confident and gives you a sense of purpose, a reason to get up in the morning. Your partner, of course, if you have one, is another intangible asset. I know that sometimes if you've been married for 30, 40 years, it's not, maybe it doesn't feel that way, but those are the people that are woven into your life, into your DNA. May not be a lover or a husband or a partner, but it might be just a friend, a girlfriend, or any friend. It could be a child, it could be a grandchild, it could be anyone who you feel like you can be totally yourself with. That's different than a family, I think. It's just one person who you really, really believe in. So those are some ideas for intangible assets. And I'd love you to share in the section below what you think are some intangible assets. I really would, in your life, and share, and let's just see what people come up with. I think it's really powerful. I would like to ask you too for your help on something. If you love this video, please subscribe to our channel. Just subscribe with the button. You'll find it somewhere below down there. And then you'll see a little bell next to the word subscribe. Press that bell, because that then tells you when my videos are released. And we can sit and have a cup of tea together. And I do videos on all types of topics, from skincare, beauty, makeup, fashion, to retirement, travel. What else? Lots of things. Retirement, I said that. Health and well-being, nutrition, all those things. We talk about everything of interest to older women. So glad that you're here. Tell us what your strongest intangible assets are. Let's have a conversation. Take good care, everybody. Have a lovely day wherever you are. Sending all my best. Bye-bye.